bow, 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 bow now, bow, 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 a bow now, bow, 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 bow now. Silent, take it away. You're singing, right? Guys, do you think Silent's singing? He better be. What do you mean you don't know the words? Come on, the words are easy. Boom. Bottom. Oh, you guys are on a raid train. All right, you guys want to train it out? Let's see. Who's on this train? Who we got in here? We got Industria. Oh, he's the captain. We got Mana. We got Delta. We got we got Perceptive Earth. We got 22. We got Purse. We got Dorky. Let's go at the train. Dorky, how did you get that mermaid thing? Dorky, you better never trade up your hats. You gotta keep that till the wardrobe comes out, okay? I have infinite amount of work and none of it is getting done at the correct time, but I don't think it matters because it's just all slowly happening all at once. And we have a very patient community, so there is a lot of fun things that are just happening. And today we're going to talk about some of them, but I'm also here because I want to know, what are you working on this year? What are we doing? What's the project? Okay? I can help you guys make things. I don't know if you know that. I can. I have a lot of ability to do certain things very fast. And to anyone in our community, if you got an idea for a project, there may be parts of your project where you're like, I don't know how to do this. You should talk to me. There's a good chance that I may know the puzzle pieces for your project, or know somebody who does know, you know? And here's the cool thing about taking a project on, okay? This is a creative project. This is a hobby project that if you don't have one, you need to start brainstorming, okay? Here's the cool thing. You don't even have to fucking finish it, okay? I want you to work on a creative project. And if you don't got a good one, please work on a Sneaky Mouse one. Work on a Jimmy one. Work on something that you can take half of it and not even finish it and give it to me, and then I will remix it because I enjoy doing that. Because so much of the Christmas special was just remixing my art that I let other people play with, and then they would give it back to me, and then I would mix it into something. So we're doing this, okay? Like, this is Wednesday. Are we doing digital bards? Let's do the intro. Let's do it. Do we have a command for this? Silent, you're supposedly a mod because there's a badge next to your name, and I don't remember when that happened. Was I drunk? Silent, when did you become a mod? I approve of this. You're a great mod to have, but I don't know when this happened, sir. Is this a thing we can do? We can't do the intro. How do we do the digital bards one? Digital bards. Let's sing this fucking song.
Coming live from the internet.
Do I know the words to this?
The digital bards.
Let's find out. Times are tough. You gotta commit. You can't give up. Not yet. Not ever. Don't quit. I said that's the way to do it. You can just improve it. Just get up and believe in yourself. Cause when life's got your back up against the wall, you gotta stand right up. You gotta act real tall. I said you can always do it. Just skate up and move it. And what was that lag? Did you guys see that lag? That lagged. It's not too late for you to become a better you. That's what I see. So don't give up. And let's remind everyone of how sweet we still can be. Megan's got a new emote for us. And why is this lagging? Why is the tech lagging? The WebM tech's being weird. Maybe it's my computer. Hey, how's it going, tech? How you guys doing? I want to put my contacts in. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know. My computer might be laggy or something. We'll have to figure that out. Hey, what's up, Nano? Now that you're just in time for the final chorus. Cause it's not too late for you to become a better you. That's what I see. So don't give up. And let's remind everyone of how sweet we all can be. Does that song really have official words yet? I feel like the words get mixed up a lot. I'm gonna put my contacts in. Listen to We Shop and start thinking about your projects. So, I got 15 minutes of Megan making slurping sounds. More specifically, I got 15 minutes of Megan making dog sounds. I had her sit down in front of the mic so that she can play a dog on the Grand Theft Auto roleplay. And so we had her voice her own dog, and I sat her in front of the mic and made her watch videos of puppies making dog sounds. Now, here's the best part. Multiple times while she was recording, I came in and did inappropriate jokes that made her giggle. You know, like, I rubbed my wiener in front of her. And this is what I rub my nipples. That always makes, Megan finds it funny when I do this. While she was nervous in front of the mic. So you know what, I'm telling you this for an important reason. You guys think I'm just being weird. It's an important reason. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be like, Rob, why are you telling us about what you do with Megan? You don't even write music for this. That's because that's not what this was about. What I managed to do was capture Megan's laughs. That's right. So now I'm gonna be able to have them for the laugh bot. I think I got like 5 or 6 really clean Megan laughs. So you don't understand how hard that is to get Megan laughs. She's never in front of the mic. She doesn't want to come on and do that type of content. So trying to get Megan laughs that are clean, that's hard. So I have so many projects, but before I start rambling forever, because you know how this stream works, let's talk, chat. Hello. Guys, what little creative things are you thinking about doing this year? Come on. Tell me these things. VK. Squick's gonna ask, oh, by the way, if Flink comes by, we still have not read Flink's letter. Flink, stop sending me letters. I mean, keep sending me letters, but I'm so bad at your letters, Flink. It's because you're the first person to send me letters, Flink. I don't know how to read letters on stream as a bit. Squick says, any advice for those who enjoy working on projects of others, but have trouble committing to projects of their own? So, that is very common, I think. I think human beings like doing things for other people more than themselves, usually, because of empathy. Whew, it's gonna be way too warm in this office. You crazy, Megan. Whew. Winter. It's so warm in here. I find it easier to do things for others than for myself. For example, in the new Tilly project, we have cop cars and special cars for other characters, but I haven't started doing anything for like Monica MLM. It's because I'm mostly trying to figure out how to do this stuff so that we can, like, I'm trying to figure out more modding things so we can build bigger and more fun shows. I don't know, maybe we'll jump in and I'll show you guys some cool things we've been working on. But the main reason I end up doing stuff for other people is I just find it easier. Like, I can't cook for myself, dude. I can cook for Megan, but cooking a meal for myself is so much harder, dude. But if I have like people to cook for, suddenly I like want to do it. I'm like, I want to do this thing that normally I have no interest doing for myself. So I think one of the things, Squick, that is a really cool thing when you're working on these projects is don't get discouraged by not finishing things, and work on projects with people that won't mind if you have to pull out. I don't think anyone should mind if you have to pull out. That's just a Rob TV opinion. You know, if you're working on a I know what I said. If you're working on a project, I feel like you know, you got to make it easy, especially like if you're not being paid for it. Like if you're doing a hobbyist project, you really have to be in a community and with a group of people, and you yourself have the mentality of, I'm just trying to see where this goes, and the goal here is make relationships with other people that maybe that will go somewhere in the future, and at the same time develop skills for myself that might help me in the future. I have endless amounts of weird little skills. You guys want to hear some ringtones? These took me no time to make. I think for a lot of you in the audience, trying to make little ringtones the way I've made them, you'd be like, wait, how'd you do that? You know, because if you don't mess with audio programs and have a library of sounds and stuff, the actually trying to do it might take you longer because you have to learn the little things to make it sound this way. But for our Tilly project, I wanted to make a bunch of fun ringtones, right? So rather than just have like a song, let me show you like a song. Oh, this one's even messed up. This one. So rather than just have a song, like, you know, just one of these things, and this is a ringtone. Because like, if does that sound like a ringtone? Did that sound like you're gonna go hello? Okay, I'll play something else. Does this sound like a ringtone? That's not a ringtone. Is this a ringtone? Kinda, but it's. I mean, if the sound was coming out of my phone, if I had my phone and I was like, sounds coming out of it, then maybe I would know it. That I would be able to get it. But like in a video game environment, there's no way. But you tell me, does this sound like a ringtone? We'll do. What do you think? Legal crime? It's ringing. Obviously, it's a ringtone. But it's a tiny little touch, right? But it adds a lot because now for all of our role players, this is a very clear ringtone, right? And so I made an entire suite of them. That was Legal Crime. Here's a Meme Street. You guys know this song. They're kind of quiet because they're ringtones. I'm sorry if it's too quiet. I can be quieter. There you go. Now just turn up the stream to compensate. And if you still can't turn it up loud enough, then you've lost some hearing. That's unfortunate. I've put all of these, by the way, in the Discord art channel. So if you would like any of these songs for ringtones, you go ahead. You'll notice on this one, the ringer changes. It goes up in scale because Meme Street's goofy. Here's Asvoltara Z. So these are created very simply. I have a ring sound that I want, because that way the audience and role players know it's immediately a phone call. And then I just put them through what's known as a high pass filter. And I can just right click, do it real quick. Again, these are just in the Discord channel. And if your phone needs a certain file type, just ask me. Because translating file types is super easy, you know? Here's a great one for Canadians. I commissioned this song years ago. It cost me 150 bucks. The song is called Don't You Put It in Your Mouth. Most Canadians who grew up in the 90s know this song very well. So it's just a classic for us Canadians. And I thought it would be funny to have a song called Don't You Put It in Your Mouth. So people like Purple will load up their phone and pick a song from the list and be like, the fuck is this one? Don't put it in your mouth. And then this is what they hear. It's It's a stupid little Canadian meta thing, right? It's fun. I did say I was going to listen to all of your guys' projects and then immediately just went into my own thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dark Cloud, my man. Good to see you. Dark Cloud, are you a work doc? Okay, I know. It's coming. I owe Danny a work doc. I gotta finish Juno's DBZ work doc. I gotta work on a Puppet Pals work doc. I gotta work on a Sneaky RP work doc. I don't have to work on a Tilly work doc, so that's good. There's only a few work docs I gotta work on. For King Rorman, of course we have this one. Classic. It's hard to say, Kingseeker. It's a big project, and like for me, I'm just the designer on it. And so it's also one of the I'm still new to working with No Judo, so it's very hard to tell when we would be ready to release it. I know that he has most major systems done, so that's why I know he needs, you know, a work doc for me. Where's this ringtone? I don't want to listen to Golden Monocle again. I'm going nuts. If I'm going to listen to one on loop, clearly I would listen to this one called Cursed Forever on loop. I mean, if I'm going to listen to a ringtone on loop, it's obviously this one. This one's just spooky. This is a spooky one. Hey Fluffy, how you doing? Does anybody know where this song is from? A U-Realms fan should be able to figure it out. Louis, thank you for the 22. P-Bose Films with the 22. Louis P-Bose, you guys are 22 buddies. I don't know if you guys did that. Danny, thank you for the 15, bud. Head Trip, thank you for the 9. White Dragon, thanks for coming in here at, no, it's not DOC. I don't own, I can't use that one. This is a song that I have the rights to use. Other than using songs for the memes, I probably will use not a lot of copyright music. Other than Dragon Ball, fuck it. I'm too nostalgic for Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball lawyers, come get me. Okay? Just fine. If I get DMCA'd for Dragon Ball songs, that's because I'm cursed to your nostalgia, Dragon Ball, so there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Oh, come on. Oh, Crazy Gamers got it. It is from the Silvermine Mountains. It is what I would call Gwyneth's theme song. It is the Gwyneth theme. Yes, Snow. Yes. The rest of the internet will be doom scrolling. We're not even addressing it. I'm Canadian. Today we're talking about creative projects. Is what we're doing. So this one I called Lessman's Calling. You guys know it as the Sexy Time song. I thought that, again, I like memeing on Purple a lot. And I really want Purple to discover things on our server that he just is just like, fucking these assholes. So this is just a sexy song. We put this as a ringtone. This is the new song that I use for Monica's sass bits. Basically, this is the song you always hear a lot when we're doing the Monica Rupert character. We do lots of characters on the fly now. Thanks to Dr. Blah, we have Swap Tech. This is a dumb bit. It's too loud, Doc.
Alright, cool. Alright, we should sing this song then. Doc, can you get this song ready? I'm gonna go get me hat. Also, you didn't do the thing where I don't even, if I'm not watching it, I can't tell. Didn't I give you sounds? Doc, aren't you supposed to update this? You need more free time. Here we go! We're off to sail the seas. And I think you'll all agree with me if we spaloon evenly. So, let's go. But where I do not know. Space? We could try space. Space could be cool. Let's go to the sand and get all the trash cans, and I'll get some gold, and you can come with me, man. And then ahoy, me captain, look, it's the treasure that I dropped. And I don't know where I lost it. Shit, I kind of forgot. Oh, I don't care where I go, as long as I don't go alone. That's not a coin. So put down your sword and eat a banana with Billy. 'Cause the Yankees up and we got win, matey, yo. Here we go, we're off to sail the sea. And I think you'll all agree with me if we split evenly. So let's go, but where I do not know. Let's grab a map, find all the scrap in a boat that we can row. Whoa, we shall be friends as we sail across the land, singing a song while we dig and dig through sand. Away, me captain, look, 'tis the treasure that we took, and I've gone ahead and sold it for this brand new fleshy hook. Ew, it looks like a real hand. Now return that, lad. Get rid of that one. Nah. Get rid of that hook. I didn't like that one. I don't remember this part of the song, so we'll just sing the next part. Oh, so let's go, but where I do not know. Let's sail around from town to town for friends we don't yet know. We'll sail through thunder, oh, the plunder, the places we will go. So let's grab a map, find all the scrap, and you guys realize how meta this song is, right? Here we go, we're off to sail the seas, and I think you'll all agree with me if we split loot evenly. So let's go, but where I do not know. Let's grab a map, find all the scrap in a boat. That you can row. I'm tired. I don't want to row any more boats. All right, Noddle, let's try the tech, or Dr. Blah. Will we get out of Billy? That's the real question. Technically, this tech could just make me Billy again. Sweet. That's way cooler, dude. It's your fault it's loud. I tried to warn you. I've warned you guys before that this stuff has got to be is so loud. It's so loud. Like, anytime you do anything, what's the song for The Price is Right? Smelly, you're showing your age. It is clearly Wheel of Fortune. It's... the only reason you don't know it's Wheel of Fortune is because your age, Smelly. Because, like, the generation above you, it would have definitely, like, watched Wheel of Fortune. Not Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, sorry. Dyslexia. It would have watched Price is Right, like, so much while staying at home with chickenpox. Dude, I got, like, chickenpox, like, 9 times. Hey, guys, Officer 81 doing today? I like this bit, though, Dr. Blah. This will be a good one. We're not going to play it again, because, again, it was freaking... It's loud. But it'll be good. There's also some things where you have to... Little tweaks and stuff. Yeah, you don't have to do it now, Doc. That's your creative project. Have a good night, Momo. Sleep tight and let those bed bugs bite. Just let them get in there, Momo. Let them just gnaw at you. You know why? Because every other day of the year, you're not letting them bite. You gotta let them feed every now and then. So you might just get it all over with. My goodness, what are we rolling? A 20! Wait, does that just always roll a 20? It must. Not all you cutie. Fruity Onion, thank you for the 27 months. So yeah, I've been making these ringtones. I think I showed you most of them. There's like 1 or 2 left. We have Papa Willie. This was a Lords of Minecraft Bandits song. I used it in YouTube videos and stuff. It was the song for the black market that we had. I also included a top 10 ringtone, obviously. This is a dream come true. I'll have to promote this in the next top 10 numbers. Get the top 10 numbers ringtone at top10numbersringtone.top10numbers.com. Because that's... Of course you want it.
You guys are nostalgic to most of these. Like, a lot of you guys are going to be nostalgic to these songs. You will, in fact, be cursed forever. I tried to warn you. Now it's too late. Most of you are just cursed forever. At this point, I'm just like, I know the meta. I'm just wondering when you guys will also get this mark, especially if you're into tattoos. Eventually, you'll want to be cursed. It's just inevitable. Just gotta play this specific song just enough times. Just enough times, and it'll happen. Oh, it's not it's not when you consider it. There'll come a day when you're like, I gotta get that shit. I need this mark. I've been watching for too long. I need this nonsense. You wait till that day. You don't do it when you're still like, I don't know, maybe I won't like it in a few years. You get it when you're like, nope, that's... Until then, we'll just get some temporary tattoos. Megan, we just gotta sell temporary tattoos. We get temporary cursed. It's way easier. We have this one. This one will become very nostalgic for a lot of you, especially if you like GTA roleplay that we do on the channel. Because this is the theme song that Citra and I said Citra and I wanted to say Citra and me, which is not correct, but it's how I would say it. Damn it. It's how Citra and me picked for like the theme song. And so that's like the default ringtone. And this will be, we have a cool format for the show that we're gonna really try to do soon. We're trying to get the last few things done because right now it's hard to roleplay because the Crew RP roleplay really doesn't start getting going until like late, and I want to do more earlier streams with you guys because we have a very European audience. And I know the problem is if I stay up to 2 a.m., some of you crazies stay up to 2 a.m. and I keep wrecking your sleep schedules over and over. So I gotta keep pushing earlier and earlier shows. You know, this year in the Christmas special, I didn't go for a 12-hour show because it was too stressful and I would rather focus it. And then I was thinking, I was just like, this just helps Europe. They get to go to bed before 6 a.m. this year. That's... So it's much better to be this earlier time zone, you know, because then what you do is you put all the good stuff on weekends, and then usually that catches most people, except for people who work on weekends, like myself, who would be working on that weekend. Weekends are usually always the best. Right now in quarantine, it's kind of weird because like a lot of people's time for watching content is like all over the place. Like some people are just like, well, usually I wouldn't not be able to watch stuff at 10 a.m. But now it's like, fuck it. I mean, it's like the best time for me to watch things. So it's, I don't even know. At this point, I'm just streaming whenever I'm like, all right, I got energy, or I haven't talked to you guys in a while. You know, I have a million things I want to work on, but I want to keep you guys in the loop too. Also, because I want to keep you guys excited for this stuff we're doing. All right, now to ruin all of your excitement. Bless you. I guess Megan's blessing the statement that I'm about ruining all your excitement. I'm pretty sure Sneaky RP needs another month or two. If we wanted to get it out at the end of the month, I would have to be stressed. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to work that hard. We have a meeting with a lot of the people who spent a lot of energy on the crew or on the Sneaky RP, and we're gonna try to I'm gonna try to get some more help on helping me finish the last few puzzle pieces, and then maybe we can get it out earlier. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of get it soft launched, and then we're gonna do just small little roleplay things, and mostly I just want to start getting people involved and getting them set up, and then just doing almost like private invite things, just kind of getting everybody set up, and then we can just stream that stuff and do small little encounters, and then the more people we get slowly set up, the easier. Because the truth is, there's some people that I personally know that I can just bring into Sneaky RP and basically make an admin. Basically give them the ability to do everything. And those relationships, those roleplay relationships that I have with those players, and that level of trust means that those players are the easiest to set up because I don't gotta do anything. I just gotta show them the tech, right? It's trying to bring in new people that is hard, because the new players, I can't give them access to all of the things because they're not ready for all the things. And giving them all the things early is not just detrimental to their own growth as a player and as a community member, because they might be doing things way too soon that they don't know how to properly do in roleplay, and so they're just damaging their roleplay relationships because I've given them the power and they're just smacking people with it. But it's also, it ruins the mystique, because I would rather bring people in and instead of them having 1,000 tools, they have 30. And so they get used to those 30 tools and learning the basics of roleplay. And that creates the magic of the other people coming in and then teaching them stuff. You know, I like that novelty of the roleplay. That's why people we bring into the community who I've never roleplayed with, they won't have access to magic. They will be able to be taught magic, so it's basically somebody in the roleplay can give them the roleplay ability, but that's the idea, is I want them to go and sort of earn it. I want them to just build relationships in our community, because once they've built enough relationships in our community, we just give them all the power. We just be like, all right, you have our vibe, you know how to build relationships, you know how to read the room, you know how to make it so you're creating good roleplay experiences, because you understand that the goal is good relationships mean good RP, not good RP makes good relationships. I don't give a shit about how good you think your story is. I want you to create a story so good that everyone in the room loves that story. If everyone in the room doesn't love that story, your story sucked. I don't give a shit. You can go win an Academy Award when they remake it into a movie and your book deal makes $10 million and I'm an irrelevant streamer. I'll still be like, I don't care about your story because you didn't care about the people more than the story. And the thing is, in these type of roleplay environments, people are more important than the story. They are, because this is a collaborative story. It's a collaborative group effort to tell a story. So any single story that damages relationships of the community fundamentally isn't worth it. I don't care how good it is. It's not worth it, because it means you're sacrificing future stories. It means you were presented with two timelines. One timeline, you did the story where you upsetted people, but it was really cool and you did something cool and maybe your audience loved it, right? And the other timeline is you didn't do that and you just made everybody laugh. This one is far superior. This one is far superior. You do this one when like everyone loves this story. You know, when everyone is sitting there and is just like, fucking do it, Bill Lussman. Shoot Mo Gilgully in his goddamn ugly face. Just shoot that mustache Mo Gilgully, man. I don't know what Andy did. Andy has somehow made the entire collective servant community hate Mo Gilgully. He's become Dark Mo Gilgully. He shaved off his mustache. That's why everyone calls him ugly now, because he doesn't look like Mo. He's evil Mo. Everyone hates 11. 11 is the symbolism of evil. This is what Andy has crafted. Andy is playing this role of taking a beloved character he loved, that the community loved, and turning him so evil that everyone is like, do it. Do it in this final moment. That's when you do that story. But only when everyone wants it. You don't just kill Mo Gilgully because you're like, yeah, I'm going to kill Mo Gilgully today. You know, you can't do it. That's why when it comes to like the gun RP, I'm always like, if you're gonna shoot the person, you really need to be okay with them dying. And also, if you're getting shot, you really need to be okay dying. So we need to do less of that role play, unless it's more in that Acme world where, all right, we're just doing the bits, and then we're gonna show up tomorrow and practice more bits. And the reason why we're doing it is just to joust, you know. I'm sure many of you who've been involved in the roleplay or have watched a lot of it have noticed that role players like to do conflict roleplay more and more, even if it's not like violence. They like to have arguments. Even if they are arguing something and you're like, wait, 10 minutes ago, you thought the exact opposite thing. Why are you arguing it? And it is just fun because arguing rapidly creates the creativity. It is like mental sparring with your creativity. I say something, you must refute. You now say something to refute what I just said. So I say something else to refute what you just said. And you say something to refute what I just said. That's why the cop simulator RP is so popular. Because when it's natural, it's a lot of like trying to lie and figure out the puzzle, right? But once you get kind of past the idea of living through characters and trying to solve the puzzle, and instead you see all the puzzle pieces and you go, okay, here's all our puzzle pieces. What's the coolest picture we can collectively build together? That's when it becomes interesting. Because that's like you put down a piece and I put down a piece. And then I look at your piece and I go, I thought we were building a car, but we're building a boat. All right. So I put down a piece and you go, ooh, I was building a boat because I thought we were going on a cruise ship, but you just added a pirate flag. Okay. So we're pirates on this boat, all right? Well, I'm going to put this down, and you put a dog. And I go, oh, we're pirate dogs on our boat. This is an interesting puzzle piece you have played. Interesting. I know it's ridiculous. I'm terrible at metaphors, I know. But the sentiment of building stories together is just the fundamental, most important thing. It's so important. And so I think it's going to be a little bit while before we can really open up Sneaky RP. So my goal is let's get the ship sailing, and then I can just do what I did with Meme Street and start taking people in one by one, and showing them the tool set, and then it'll just slowly grow. And at first it won't be a 24/7 thing. It'll just be like people logging in to do bits, but I just want to get the stage and environment set up so people can start role playing. Especially in this fantasy world, dude. Especially in this fantasy world. Hey, what's up there, Steve Vito? How you doing, man? When working on a project or live event, this is from Squick, you have any thoughts on handling task saturation? When the number of things you need to keep a handle on starts spiraling beyond your ability to effectively manage them in real time. Squick, that is probably a skill I must excel at, right? Not trying to boast, but when I do these shows, I'm not really too sure how I'd manage all of the puzzle pieces. I just know what has to be done next, and I'm always constantly thinking, if I have to cut something, what gets cut? And it is just and that is happening throughout the show. Like, today is not a show. Today is, Rob was like, it's Wednesday, and I've been thinking about that all week. I want to stream on Wednesday. I want to talk and chat, and I don't plan anything because I need to get better at not planning streams, because I used to be plan a lot of things so that the stream would go well. But because I spend so much time improvising, I need to be better at just turning it on and spawning some cheese and just having a good time. That's what we need to do. Just turn it on and have a good time. How many hours till 4 p.m. Eastern? 4 p.m. Eastern was an hour and a half ago. Safety. It was an hour and a half ago. All right. I hope you copy and pasted it. But what is your project? Do you guys have projects? If you don't have a project, I want you to tell me, Rob, I don't have a project. Okay. What is your thing that you're going to try to do this year? When I say project, I mean, it doesn't have to be like full creative project. A project could just be like, I'm really just going to walk more. I got like a walking app, and I'm going to just like, what is the thing that you're like, I got this thing that I'm thinking of trying and doing. Ite Ravens is Sneaky RP. That's a fun project, Raven. That is also one of my projects. Look, what? How? World domination, Ghosty. That is not realistic. Unless you're talking about a different world. Which world specifically are you trying to dominate? Mima says, I like to make small games. What, do you have an idea for a small game, Mima? My project is getting back into programming and getting a new job. Oren, you should like get back into programming and just make Jill funny little meme programs. If you need assets, I got some Jill assets. I got some sounds. I got some images. I can make you a Jill doc. Make her something that she can like run on stream for the memes. Start brainstorming on that stuff. Mickey says, at the moment I'm messing around with building a balloons tower defense in Minecraft. Oh, that's cool. You're trying to recreate it in Minecraft. Are you doing it with command blocks, or are you doing it with are you Java scripting? Are you Java-ing in it? It's interesting because both are cool. It is really neat when somebody does it with command blocks. I know command blocks have gotten so much easier to use, especially because like there's third-party programs that do all the command blocking. You don't actually have to do it manually, but Megan's gonna try to sell flower crowns this year. That means I definitely have to help, and it means I have to pay attention because Megan doesn't ever ask for my help enough. She won't do it, and I know you need my help. We got to set up a store for that. I don't know how to do that, so I guess that's one of my projects, figuring out a store. Although setting up a Shopify store I don't think is hard. I think it's the type of thing that anyone can do. Dr. Blah is doing heavy machinery with sneaky eyes, a nature documentary commentary. I don't know what this is, Dr. Blah. I'm very excited. So, are you going to take nature footage, put sneaky mouse eyes on the footage, so you basically motion track real life animals? Or you could just use nature, just superimpose actual sneaky mon then, and then you would talk over as a narrator. Ah, a wild brackleraffin is seen here trying to get past this seemingly dangerous goofagaffin. This could be quite deadly, but we're gonna see what happens. Is that the goal? Silent's gonna make a game. Silent, are you making a game you're gonna put on market? Then do a mobile game, dude. Do something fucking simple, dude. Just do something so you can get it out there, so you can learn the process of it. That's what so many of my friends who've done mobile games, they've always told me when I was like, I'm thinking about doing it, and I would ask them, they'd be like, the trick is, whatever you're trying to do, don't do that. Do like the dumbest, simplest thing so you can just learn it out. Like that's why there's a lot of template games in these markets. People think that it's a lot of cash grabs, and some of it is, okay? A lot of it is. But there's also a lot of games that are just people just like, I'm an independent and I'm just learning, so here is my version of tic-tac-toe. Shut up. Okay? Shut up. It's not a complicated game. I know you won't play it, okay? But I just needed to learn how to develop an app. I'll play your version of tic-tac-toe, Silent. Silent, you should make tic-tac-toe, but what happens is when the person goes to like do a move after like the third or fourth turn, there's RNG, and 20% of the time they go somewhere else. There you go. And you just troll your friends that, hey, you want to play tic-tac-toe? I didn't click that. I win. Oh, it's nonsense. Dorky's gonna stream more. Streaming's cool. See, I stream because I've always streamed for entertainment. So it took me a long time to understand that a lot of people just stream, not necessarily to be entertainers, but because streaming is super social. And it's actually quite fun to stream with 5 people chatting with you in chat. I watch a lot of small little streams like that where we're just sitting out, there's like 5 of us. We're just kind of hanging out, you know, because they're just chiller experiences. So I would invite everyone to try it, especially if you're not going to play games. I mean, play games. That's the streamer MO. But I mean, like, if you're going to do something like that's not on Twitch, my God, you should do it. Like, if you just have a day job where it would be interesting to watch it regardless of what it is, I don't know. Or a hobby that's just might be interesting to watch you kind of doing it and exploring it. It's cool when you go into streaming with 0 expectations, with literally none. Okay, don't treat it any like people have the wrong goals, aiming for partner and stuff, and I will harp on that forever. And I understand partner advantage and whatever, because it's not the same once you turn this into the second this turns into work, it is just work. But when it is a hobby, I love you guys, but straight up, if an opportunity came my way that was too good to pass up, y'all would tell me to take it anyway. And so I might end up streaming a lot less if that happened. If there was a really cool project I could sink my teeth into at this point, right? With all of these skills I've learned through streaming, I would apply myself, because I would know that afterwards I could probably come back and do this part-time or do whatever. It would be fun either way, you know? Noddle bought animation books. All right. What type of animation books? You mean general animation or specific for tech there, Noddle? Oakley's gonna make Sneaky Mon Pokemon game. Are you gonna mod a Pokemon game? Because I think we should try to do I guess not if you're modder, but that's what I would like to see our community try to do before we tackle an actual nonsense game. Is just modding a Pokemon game, but replacing Pokemon with Sneaky Mon. I'm like behind on chat, I'm sorry. I'd give you cheat. Here, you guys can have a sale. The sales don't spam my screen. Goose Master is going to work on social skills. Goose, you should do roleplay. When Sneaky RP comes out, you should dip your toes in it. It will help you socialize, 100%. That is a big thing I've heard from the QRP community, and I've experienced it myself. For me, it's always been weird because when I roleplay, I go into show Rob, this, the more presenter form of yourself. Everyone does it. If you got to go speak in front of your class, you're going into the show version of yourself, whether you realize it or not. And the longer you do it, the more you develop your, speaking persona, your speaking voice and such. Roleplay is great though, especially in those 24/7 environments, because you don't have to stream, but you can go in and put yourself in a spotlight and do a scene and then just walk away, And in something, and Crew RP can be kind of scary because it can be a lot. Like you can log on and get kidnapped and go to a bank robbery, and so you immediately go to like conflict world. But Minecraft's not gonna be like that. Minecraft's gonna be like a bunch of interesting characters walking around, offering you interesting opportunities into doing bits. I love GTRP because of the conflict. Because I've done so much content creation that, like I said, the sparring is so fun, and that's why I enjoyed so much Crew RP over the last year and a half, because it was literally letting me joust with people. And there was a benefit to jousting with people who were new to roleplay, because I was learning how to not punch down and smother them. Like, just be too overpowering, I've talked about this before, but that's what Cheetah was a character designed to roleplay with anyone. Hold on, I'm gonna try to catch up my chat. Have you seen my Sneaky Mon RPG Maker game in the Discord? I haven't, Oakley. Tag me. Tag me this. I had an idea for programming a game that mixes snakes and music. Do you mean like the game Snake? And then like it's a musical game? I don't know what the vision for that is. How do you incorporate music into snakes? Like the music creates things you dodge or control? How would the music tie in? There's an idea there, I just can't see it. I can't see your vision. Rawl's gonna be working on a novel. Oh, you started working on a novel. You're gonna get into it? I like that. How far did you get through it, Rawl? I don't think I would ever write a book. One, I'm not very good at writing. And a lot of my skill is not the story. It is the delivery of the story. I excel at the entertainment part of the story. I'm a very good hype man, and then being able to deliver just enough that you go, damn, that was cool. if you go, but when I go back and I look at stories I've made, I go, they're cheesy and corny. I've seen other stories that I find more interesting. Like, so much of my stuff is meta. And the problem is meta is easy. It's really easy to write around. It's just hard to perform live. That's what I find interesting. Is that the live thing is so new, you know? And the internet's neat because of the live factor. There's so many things that streamers are constantly learning that they don't really know. I love to open streamers' eyes to concepts they didn't even really consider. Like, when you're streaming, you go into a streamer mode, and then when you end your stream, you don't come out of that mode. It doesn't turn off. It stays on. And how long it stays on is up to you. But I know a lot of people that will have this problem where they end their stream mode and then they try to go do their normal or just go back to being them, and it takes a while. It takes an hour or two to unwind out of that mode. And so if you try, and so it can be obnoxious for friends and family because you might be in streaming mode, and so when you're in streaming mode, you talk more. And you overtake the conversation because you've just been talking like that for 6 hours. So you're just used to talk. And then you try to go and hang out with somebody and you don't actually have a conversation. You just stream to them. That is a very common problem. But however, once you realize that that's happening, suddenly you can go, oh, and you can kind of counter that. Because you can kind of go, I have to chill the fuck out, so I am back to being me and not the streamer mode, you know? Rethgal wants to do some lore writing. I like connecting. What type of lore? Solaris is going to learn Japanese. I am not going to learn a language, but I'm going to fake a language this year. Some of you are probably waiting for a message to me in Discord. I'm slow right now. I am juggling so many projects so that I'm not trying to stress, so I'm just slowly tackling it piece by piece. Like, for example, I'm not releasing YouTube videos every day, and I really should. I made like 25 YouTube videos for the Christmas special, which means all of January is going to be releasing videos. And so they're slowly getting old. They're getting dated. So I gotta get them out, but I don't have the time to do them every day unless I stress and lose sleep and stuff. And I'm just like, we'll just get them out. We'll just get them out. But man, I want to get that Sneakymon anime on Pokemon Rob. Can you imagine those old Pokemon Rob fans when we hit them with a Sneakymon anime? Oh my god, we're gonna have to do a Pokemon run this month. You know another fun thing I did? You role players out there, you should do this. Andy, you still watching? You're trying to actually do streaming. You're trying to make it more of a thing. You should put on your Google Calendar the birthdays of your characters. Now, if your characters don't have birthdays, then I would go with the meta birthday, because that's what I do, of the very first time that character was created or streamed, or whatever the first moment you want to consider they were their character. And I would put them on an annual notice, because then after you've made as many characters as I made, you have a character birthday every single month. So now this becomes the easiest thing for me to do a stream that's going to be hype, because we'll just be like, oh, it's Bruce Williker's birthday. Guys, we're going to do DBZ. It's happening. This is what we're going to do. Oh, it's Sea Captain Billy's birthday. We're going to go play Seas. You know, it's Phineas Bangster. There's a lot of ways we can murder people. Let's pick one. You want to stream Nuzlocke? All right. God damn it. So many of you guys in our community want to do Pokemon Nuzlocks. So, like, Biomart was doing it. I know you guys love Pokemon Nuzlocks because I did Pokemon Nuzlocks and we all love the same nonsense. You've become nostalgic to the same shit I love. I gotta get this tech out so we can all do the same bits. Okay, can we all do the same bits? If you're gonna do Nuzlocke, I should get you the audio tech so you can do the same bit of catch the Pokemon, name the Pokemon. When they release, you cue the sad music and you give them a sad speech. People love that. If you're gonna stream Nuzlocke, come on. Biomart was doing it on his birthday, and he was like, "It's my birthday stream, Rob. I don't want to perform." I kept making him perform. Perform for me, Biomart. I don't care. It's your birthday. I wanna see you care about these Pokemon as they die. If you're gonna do a Nuzlocke, I do recommend the Blaze Black series. Randomized Nuzlocke aren't the same, I think, because it's so random that it's chaotic, and then usually what happens in those randomizer Nuzlocke is you literally walk into something so random that you die, and you just go, the end. Whereas if you play something like Blaze Black or Blaze Black 2, it's at a certain difficulty that you can have a really bad wipe, but then maybe recover and keep going. So it's kind of neat. You know, Silent, when it comes to games too, you should really also consider the whole idea of just making a game that is just something that you can play with you, the greater community, your community, friends. It's very powerful, you know? Like, effectively, I made Puppet Pals just to do D&D with my friends, and that kind of led to U-Realms, you know? Like, I had a little bit of a vision of it, but it was just like, I had a cool idea for a little thing, and rather than trying to build it all up into this big thing, I was just like, let's just do it. And then, because sometimes doing that, you learn a lot, and you might have to rebuild stuff anyway, and it just, I don't know, man, the learning process of just doing something, especially if you set no real goal, is super valuable. And that's why I'm like, and if you don't want your art to go to waste, make something that memes on this community. Make something Mouse or Jimmy related, something that you can do and you can half complete, and you give it to me. You'd be like, Rob, here's something, and like, dude, I'm not gonna work on this project. I'm moving on to something else. But I reskinned it all to be Jimmy heads, so go fucking nuts. That's part of a Christmas special. Okay, 100%. That's 100%. I'm gonna find some way to use that. It becomes important to me. Oh, dude, I don't want you guys to lose your art. I've lost so much of my art because I don't have time to back it up. That's why I love remixing fans' art. One of our community members, Shawningham, he's been animating the Jimmy the Rat speech from the QRP debate. And it's interesting because in Shawningham's community, they actually call this the iconic Jimmy the Rat speech. Ivanor, welcome to 30 months. Can you imagine somebody thinking that this, I'm gonna show you, this is not the iconic Jimmy the Rat speech? You know the video.
Hi, I'm Jimmy the Rat. Vote for me
this
if you're
is the iconic Jimmy the Rat
at least
speech.
then you're voted for substance. I'm Jimmy the Rat, and I'm running for government. Government. Rat for governor.
God.
Rat.
But in another stream, that's not the iconic Jimmy the Rat speech, because they've been watching their streamer animate Jimmy's other speech for a year. So now I'm like, oh no, I have to learn that improv speech. I have to now, He's gonna make this video. It's gonna be so funny. We're gonna watch it over and over. So now I have to memorize this new Jimmy the Rat iconic speech. It's too funny. Glory, I want to get better at making liveries for GTA RP. Glory, I've started doing that. I've actually found that it's not too hard if you're just doing your replace. So when you find vehicles that just have entire textures, it's really easy. If I load up Tilly, I'll show you guys. Wow, dorky. He's stomping this NGS fellow. Get out of here, NGS. What are you doing? You can't beat a mermaid. That's ridiculous. Mikey says, setting up a Shopify is super easy. We do it at work all the time. Yeah. Me and Megan just got to figure it out. We got to figure out packaging and stuff and stuff like that. Megan was going to get started last year, but last year was just not a good year to start something like that. It's too much energy and stuff. This year is going to be different though. This is going to be a hard year, but I think it's going to be a good one. It's just going to be a hard one. That's all. Motion track the machines. You sent me a demo. Hold on. Dr. Blas sent us something. Let's see this. What do we got over here? I need to wait. What? Oh, right. I was doing an example for Tommy. So I was showing my brother some streaming stuff. Yes. So it's a document. I see. This will be a good bit. I like this doc. This will be a good bit. I'd give you guys cheese, but I'm still not caught up. And I don't want this chat to scroll up any faster. You guys have to have less energy. You need to chill out more. Dark Cloud. I would like to make a meme animation this year, but art is slow and difficult. See, Dark Cloud, that's why you really want to specialize your creative talent sometimes. It is always advantageous to explore different avenues. But as you explore these avenues, you really need to go ask yourself, do I like doing this? Am I getting this? Is this easy for me? Am I figuring this out quicker? Because come on, for all of us, there's some things that you go, shit, I figured this out real quick. Whoa, I'm pretty good at this little thing. And that's the thing is when you start figuring out all those little things and start working on these collective community elements, then you just do the part you like, you know? And then what happens is you might, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a group of people in our community. They're gonna go make something, and it's gonna be huge. Okay, that's the meta. It's gonna happen because you guys, it's so you can multiply your power so fast. Because whenever you try to do everything, you gotta do it all. You know, but when you do the things you're fast at, and everybody's doing things they're fast at, sometimes just things click together. You know. Especially when you're working on things where everyone is pretty much okay with how it ends up. They're just happy to just work on something as a team, you know, to have their hobby go somewhere. Because I've worked on so many projects over the year where it just didn't go anywhere. And it always feels so bad when you look back and you're just like, man, I spent so much time on this and it didn't do anything. And me and Megan have so many projects like that where we invested like 100 hours and it went nowhere. And the thing is, we learned a lot of skills. That's pretty cool. But I wish that I could have found ways for all the things we were making to still kind of get used. Megan's stuff gets used the most because it's art. So like, I use Megan's art when she's like, come on, that's 5 years ago. Don't show people that. Don't use that in a thumbnail. And I'm like, it's fine. I like it. We haven't used it yet. Hey, what's up, Zombrew? I don't know if you're here, Zombrew. I'm slowly scrolling through my chat. Today I'm behind because see, today I'm hearing what your projects are. So it's like that one day where I'm like, fucking, I'm going to take my time through this. I'm going to take my time through this. Hey, Frody, my man. Good to see you. Rob, if you could voice a DBZ character, who would you do? I wouldn't want to do it. There's an interesting thing, right? That I wouldn't want to voice a DBZ character. Dragon Ball Z is my nostalgia. I, under no circumstance, want to turn my nostalgia into work. I've already done that with too much nostalgia. Christmas is work for me. Guys, I turned Christmas into a job. I gotta keep some of my nostalgia precious. I would not voice a Dragon Ball character. They could ask me. I'd just be like, no. No, I want to watch. I would point them to people. Who do I know that would be good in Dragon Ball? Dead Bones? I'm not sure which character, but it would be Dead Bones. It'd be Dead Bones or Spiff. Dragon Ball doesn't have a lot of female roles. Like it's a very like dude show. So probably Dead Bones. Dead Bones can do. Dead Bones is a good Frieza too. Dead Bones is Frieza. I would do that because I love Dead Bones, and so I would love to watch Dead Bones voice that. Me and Dead Bones probably spent 40 hours writing up the concept of doing a Dragon Ball Abridged series. And the idea is this Dragon Ball Abridged series would be filmed in real life. And we were going to try to do it lowest budget possible. And we got to the point where I was like, we could use my mom's basement. We could spray paint the wall for green screen. Spray paint the wall. It'd be much easier to just put up a piece of green fabric. But I didn't know back then. We were trying to come up with a game plan. He would come visit and we would film the whole thing during his trip. The entire saga. I just bought the 5th edition's D&D. So I probably never played D&D because I made my own card game D&D version. Why would I play someone else's at this point? You know, I never liked D&D. There's too many rules. It was a rule lord game. However, I would play any role-playing game with the right people, because I'm pretty sure that with the right people, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't matter. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've mentioned this. I would love to, and at some point, it's one of my projects. I'm going to do a U-Realms campaign with some of the people that I've built a lot of relationships on the QRP, because I don't think we need numbers. I think they would just press U, which I think they would just take falls when they felt appropriate for their character. So I would just have to describe as the game master what is happening. It's not the fireball hits you for 35 damage. It's the fireball hits you in the shoulder, and your shoulder is badly burned, you know? And so now they react in that way. And so that's interesting to me, to go back and do U-Realms expert mode. The numbers don't matter. And I thought about that and I was like, okay, well, if I ever was going to, I'm going to do it eventually, but when I go back to U-Realms, I don't need the numbers on the cards, but I don't think I should remove them because they're really good for noobs who don't roleplay. I shouldn't say noobs who don't roleplay. They're really good for people who would rather have some gameplay go with their roleplay instead of be crazy show people like me, right? I don't know though, because I've gotten to this point where like the best roleplay is when you're in a group of people that are all pro support and they don't care about their character more than they care about like the legitimacy of the overall story, the illusion of the world and what happens, you know? So I think with a simple D20, you can tell an amazing story in any tabletop RP that I honestly haven't really seen. I've seen some YouTubes do similar things where they effectively roleplay with no dice rolls. But this is a little bit different because it is with dice rolls. It's just with people not having to track stats at all. And because of that, people wouldn't also min-max their turns. And I think this is a big detriment to audiences. I think while it is sometimes fun for the audience to watch people min-max because it is a collective puzzle solving experience, I think it doesn't do very well when paired with puppet style roleplay. It's not very good to have a combination of story into puzzle math. That is a very niche show. You gotta really like the puzzle math and the story. And I found that the U-Realm fan base, most people liked one or the other. There was very few people I noticed that liked the whole package, or at the very least, they really preferred one part over the other usually, you know? Megan doesn't like combat, right? I always loved the combat. However, I stopped loving the combat after doing it at least a dozen times, because then I was like, one, this is all kind of samey, but two, this takes so fucking long. And because it takes so fucking long, it limits what you can do in your roleplay. It's kind of like how in Crew RP, it sucks when you go down, because usually when you go down, you might have to go to the hospital, right? Unless you don't respect what happened. Because if it's not a minor injury, like if you get shot, you gotta go to the hospital. So it's kind of like you gotta do this bit, and it always happens every time you get hurt, and it happens a lot. And I always commit to it, mostly because I don't care where the roleplay happens. I'll do it anywhere. I have a lot of fun in the hospital, especially off stream. Off stream hospital RP, that's amazing. Because on stream, I feel pressured to make something funny happen. But off stream, I'm just like, I'm going to hang out at the hospital till people show up, and then I'm going to do something funny. So I get to just like sit there and be much more patient, you know? But it's the same vein of I'll be in a scene in Crew RP, or any GTRP server, because they all kind of work the same. And if something random happens, it puts you into this other type of roleplay. I go from chat roleplay to text roleplay, and it's not the same. It's two different things. When I am unconscious and doing text-based roleplay, it is a completely different experience than when I am talking. I have more control when I'm talking and movement and stuff. I go from a 3D character with all of these choices and things can happen to a book. I literally turn into a believer when I get injured in GTRP, you know? So I think in Tilly, you're going to see a lot less of that. I think you're going to still see me's, but I don't think you're going to see too much of the text-based RP. And also, the big thing the Crew RP's done that I've been really happy about is they started letting me and letting others not put us down for the surgeries, which is ridiculous that we don't go under the needle, but they will just let you stay awake during the surgery, so you can just talk. Not everyone will do it, but a lot of people will do it with me. I forget which doctor did it, but they did an open heart surgery on me, and I was awake. This happened off stream. It was just, I don't think anybody was streaming. It's just a fun little bit, and I like performing for others. I was just like, this is great. I wish I was streaming this one. Open heart surgery, but you can talk to the doctor? I want to be a doctor and do that bit and just say, uh-oh. And the patient's just like, what do you mean, uh-oh? And it's like, I'll do a Seinfeld. I dropped something inside. What do you mean dropped something inside? I dropped a little candy. Do you want me to leave that in? Sneaky RP has quests. It's anyone can create quests, right? That's how it works, Maris. I need to catch up in chat. I'm gonna stop being entertaining for a second, okay? I want to catch up in chat. Hey, what's up, Kyle? See, I didn't even know Kyle's in chat because I'm not even caught up. See, Kyle said, stopping in real quick to say you're amazing. He's already left. God damn it. We had too much fun. If we had less fun. I made Mo's birthday my birthday. So, I celebrated Monica's Rupert's birthday on my birthday, Andy, but I mean, come on, dude. The duality of these timelines can be often bewildering. So you don't have to set that in stone. You could just change your birthday to whatever's on his ID or whatever. Because here's the thing. If Mo's birthday is your birthday, Andy, that's one less birthday celebration you get to have a year. Come on. You guys know that you would be baited more into it. Like if we're celebrating Billy's birthday or Cheeto's birthday, like come on, it's Cheeto's birthday. You gotta give him $5 now. There's a meta to this, Andy. People love Mo, right? People love the characters we play. So you gotta get a birthday, because birthday is just a tradition. So it's good as a streamer to have a bunch of traditions to celebrate, because you often have to find those days to generate that support with people, you know? I do that Christmas special every year, and it's a good stream. You guys are very generous on Christmas. And like the whole community can't come out on Christmas because Because people are busy on Christmas, but it is a very good stream to do every year. People are very generous on Christmas, you know? So it's good to have those. Last year I was struggling to create those days because I was like, man, in order to create those days, I got to do like a big thing. And it'd be nice to just have more days to celebrate past art and past things we did, because I find that when you're as a creative and especially as a streamer, the less stress you are, the more streams you get and the better content you get, because then you're just not stressed. Oh, hey, Thasby. Thasby, would you like some cheese? I'm gonna click the cheese button. I hope I can catch up before you guys eat my chat. Bakar, thanks for the 26 months, Bakar. Sorry, again, chat. Slowly catching up. The King Shear, dude, I watched Dandelion Z, The Legend of WoW, and another video of Rob's while tripping on my birthday. Did you see space.top10numbers.com? That video isn't in the weird Rob's video list, but it should be at the top. Okay? Space.top10numbers.com is by far the weirdest video I've ever made. It's also probably up there with one of the best videos I've made, but just in terms of weirdness, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a series too. That's a Christmas series. That show's not over. I mean, he blew up and died, but spoiler alert, but that's a good one. I did not actually spend so much time planning Jimmy's speech, Reth. I remember that moment very clearly. That was me, Andy, and Bio. Do we have anyone else that was helping us that day? We had Jimmy's girlfriend, who was played by Atomic Bear, Karen, that day. Who else was in our entourage? I only remember us three on the stage. And then Karen in the audience. But that speech was... My plan was to first take all the points that my opponents made and rephrase them, because that's funny. And so as my opponents were saying things, I was writing a sticky note so that I would be able to list them off. And then chat, and I want to say it was either Danny Dip or Rohrman, I don't know who did it in chat, gave me my old meme copy pasta from the Rat movie, which was very Jimmy-esque, so that the idea was, first I would steal all my opponent's political positions, then I would riff for as long as my brain could go, as fast as it could go, and the second my brain got tired, then I start reading the pre-written stuff and outro out. And I ran out of breath. I couldn't even finish the copy pasta, because it literally is just me talking for like 3 minutes. I wonder if I could find that animation. I think Shawningham sent me one. Probably not the most up-to-date, obviously, because he's still working on it. I think he has 1,000 frames left to go. Let me see if I can go quickly find it so we can see it. But one of the things I was talking about with Shawningham, who's working on this animation, I never got to finish that tangent, is during last Christmas special, I was talking about trying to preserve art. I have all of these character sheets that people used to make, because I always intended, I'm going to use these one day. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'm going to use them. And so last year, I gave all these character sheets to Johnny when I gave him the Unforgotten Realms IP, because I was like, here's a bunch of stuff to just look back at old fans and their memories and stuff to help get you inspired. And this year, I put them in the grab bag just because I thought they were cool. And they're just like, hey, you want to look through these old art our community made 10 years ago? And Shawningham found his character sheet. And he says that's the oldest piece of digital art he's ever created. And it's just because I happened to right-click save that on my computer, and I've been moving it through my hard drive for 10 years. Because Unforgotten Realms has always been very important to me. So I've always, you know, kept it going, you know? That's why it was so hard to put it down, You Realms Live. It's because, like, I loved that show more than I loved myself at the time. So it was so hard. But let me see if I can find the Jimmy animation that Shawningsham's made, because he's been really inspired lately. And he's like 1,000 frames from finishing it, which is exciting. We have I had him work on a cool Gengar thing. I think that thing might actually be done. I have a cool Gengar animation for our intro when I inevitably remake the intro for Rob TV. Noddle's gonna end up beating me to it, or Dr. Blah, and I'm gonna be like, "You sons of bitches! I said I was working on this. Why are you making it?" They do this to me though. Hey, Ellie. The interesting thing, Faz, about content here is, in my opinion, the Grand Theft Auto content is next level. But general audience members can't necessarily see that yet. But they're about to, because the Tilly Project server is definitely next level. It is such crazy RP. If you guys were here for New Year's, that was a trip. Especially if you already liked some of the content we're doing and you knew the characters. Oh, I'm very excited for it. And the cool thing is we're going to get a lot of people involved in that because they will see Minecraft roleplay and then they'll start to understand why it's so entertaining. And then they'll see the exact same type of roleplay on Grand Theft Auto. And then even though they might be like, I don't really like Grand Theft Auto, it's two people and guns and stuff, because it is the same general style, they'll realize, wait a second, it's not Grand Theft Auto. They're just using Grand Theft Auto as the platform. As a platform, it's a really good platform. Even to this day, it's a great game.
All right.
Look
Ladies
at
and gentlemen,
this.
let's welcome to the stage now. Come on down center, Mr. Jimmy the Rat. He's going to tell us his opening sentence and give us his proposition statement.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jimmy the Rat. If you've heard about that scandal where I wasn't a rat, trust me, it's not a real thing. Now, you may be wondering, Jimmy, I've never met you before. Why would I want to vote for you for rat? Exactly. You've never met me, but you've met many of these wonderful people before. Imagine if you made Quentin mayor. Then you would beat out one less doctor. And if you made Mort mayor, my goodness, you'd be out one less old person. But a vote for me is a vote for something new, a new mayor. And guess what? Because of the Price is Right rules, I got to go last, which means I'm adopting all of their positions. Legalize weed? Yes. More interest? Yes. Red lights or stop signs? Yes. No tasers? Yes. More tasers? Yes. I'm going to make it easier for small businesses because literally every politician says they're going to make it easier for small businesses. Guns for people who are fun people, but not bad people. Guns are fun. We're going to get you guns. I'm going to increase inflation and flirtation. Hey, did you hear that there's 2 people running for mayor? That's a problem, because it means when you vote for one of them, your vote's only worth half of what you'll win. Oh boy, that's a problem. Hey, did you know that Rome wasn't built in a day? To each his own. Know your adversary. Ignorance is bliss. A penny saved is a penny earned. Mark my words. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Mark my words. Don't believe everything you hear. Always follow the golden rule. There's a fox in the hen house. Climb a mountain one step at a time. Tomorrow is a new day. Let's take a look at today's weather. And that's today's weather. Vote for me, Jimmy the Rat, because I'm running for government.
I'm gonna re-record this.
That was so hard to keep going.
Well, we got to move on now to the questions and answers.
So I'm gonna re-record the audio for this. I'm going to make sure that I keep Mr. Gray and Biomart yelling and stuff. But I'll probably just redo it so it is a little bit cleaner and concise. I gotta do that soon.
And he said,
I gotta do that so
new-
Shawningham has it before he finishes it, because he might want to restructure. I might try to retime it though for him so he doesn't have to change the frames. Bum 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 bum. I'm pretty good at managing stress now. Trust me. We live in a very stressful time. I'm not doing well as a creative. I manage my stress. You know what it is? That Christmas special we did has given me infinite passion and energy right now. And every single day I talk to people that I love and they're extremely hyped. So it's hard not to be very optimistic about right now, because there's just so much cool energy, and we're about to start so many cool things. And I feel like if we can clean up some of these streams, we can get some of these platforms out for role playing, then I can just do a lot more just general hanging out time. Because right now my streams are very limited, and I would like to just get to a point when I can just start performing more consistently. I feel like I've been in build mode for like I was 6 weeks I was gone essentially through the Christmas special, and it was cool, but man, I really want to get into just doing some streams and some performing, but there's just so much building that's got to be done. There's so much building that has to be done still. So I'm going to try to get everything kind of focused over January here, and then we're going to just start tackling stuff one by one. But I'm very excited. Like I wrote the scripts for the Sneaky RP videos, and those are going to be cool because I'm going to stream that, but I'm going to have an intro that just goes into the stream to do the bit that's going to be spooky. It's going to be one of those bits where it's like, this is fun, I like this. Oh no. I like creating that emotion in audience members. That's a fun emotion to have. To make you guys laugh. Just you're laughing, you have a good time, like, I love everything that's going on. This is great. Nothing could go wrong. What's happening? What is happening in the stream? What's happening? I love that nonsense. The right amount of stress can be fun in entertainment. It's just the right amount. You need the right amount of stress. Like that, basically, you have to do that emote. Yes, that's the reason why we need stress, is so people will do Megan's Rob what? What's happening? What are we doing right now? I don't have the meta. I'm on Cheeto, so I'm on Cheeto's soundboard, and Cheeto's soundboard doesn't have the meta bell. Because until Christmas last year, Cheeto wasn't meta, so it doesn't make sense to click the bell. So, like, I need to update that. What's on Cheeto's soundboard? Let's look. What do we got? We got the Wii Shop. The stream's over. Oh, sorry, guys. Click the button. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I have clicked the button. So, we're going to spawn golden cheese. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.